Okay, so what is all this about? What is Project Credit Smarts? In a word, it's a crash course for freshmen and other students put together by the Patrick Murray administration in coalition with 9 local colleges and our business and government partners. And what we're trying to do is to educate Massachusetts students about credit card use, including its dangers and its pitfalls. It's spearheaded by my office, the Office of Consumer Affairs and Business Regulation, under the leadership of our Director of Consumer Education, Nicole Sanders, who's standing right down there. Sure, there's Nicole right down there. Okay, why is education about credit important? Well, just look at what's going on in our economy today. Millions of consumers are suffering serious financial injury, in part because they fell victim to deceptive promises of easy credit for products they did not fully understand or appreciate. And as Dr. Gomes said, credit cards can be a double-edged sword. They're great for necessities, but they can be very dangerous if used carelessly. Now, each fall, about 200,000 college students, 200,000 descend on the Boston area alone. So we know we're a great college town, but we're huge in terms of college students. But very few of those students who come to our campuses have had any sort of financial education in high school or even in their college classes. Yet, they represent prime marketing opportunities for credit card companies. Most of the kids who come to school have never owned a credit card before they got into college. Most have not lived away from home on their own. So we have this combination of not being very credit savvy and being on our own for the first time. This can create a perfect storm for unmanageable credit card debt. Now, studies done by Sally May and Nellie May, and you're going to hear from Maria O'Malley soon about what these studies show. One of the things they show is about 50%, so 1 out of 2 of you sitting in this room today have or will have, by the time you graduate, 4 credit cards. 4 credit cards. The average student will have about $3,000 in credit card debt. That's not student loans. That's just credit card debt. And almost 1 in 5 of you, by the time you graduate, will leave school with $7,000 or more of credit card debt. That's 1 in 5. And again, this is all in addition to any student loans for tuition. So I have a question for you, and I'll give you a hint. The answer's up here on this chart. Do you know where to find over $500 million? Well, you can find it right here in the Boston area among college students, because that's the amount of credit card debt that my office estimates is owed collectively to banks and credit card companies by all of you and all of your contemporaries around the Boston area. Over $1/2 billion, that's with a B, $1/2 billion with a B, dollars. Now, problems develop when students cannot pay their credit card debt and they graduate with poor credit histories. As we all know, a poor credit report can have many adverse consequences for the future. It can affect employment prospects, the ability to rent an apartment, the ability to buy a car, or to go on to graduate school. So Project Credit Smarts is aimed at making students smarter about how to select and responsibly use credit cards. I'm going to ask Zenova King, who is a senior at Pine Manor College, to come up and say a few words about her experiences as a student. Please welcome Zenova.
Good morning. My name is Zenova King, and I'm 21 years old. I'm a college at Pine Manor College, senior. I grew up in the Bronx, and I'm the eldest out of 12 children. Next May, I'll be graduating, and I'm going to do everything in my power to walk out with my diploma and debt-free. Right now, I have about $3,200 in credit card debt, and I think about it every single day. It's like a cloud on my chest where you can't breathe, but I can't wait until I can inhale and exhale and feel the right way again. Graduation is May 9th, and hopefully I can feel that way by then. I have 5 credit cards. One is from a major bank, and the rest are from department stores. I got my first credit card as soon as I got on campus. I attended a Boston College fair. I got trapped into the cycle. They sign you up by luring you like to get a free t-shirt. It's the silliest thing ever, but I walked away with a free t-shirt. I used my department store credit cards on clothes mostly, and I feel like I was doing the smart thing by not spending $50 on one item, but buying stuff on sale. But what would happen was I would end up buying so much stuff that was on sale, the amount would be $50. Anyway, my mom is always yelling, pay more, not the minimum, Zenova. And I do try to pay more. If it's 15, I'll give you 30. But it didn't happen that way. I took an economics class my senior year in high school. But the economics class, I feel like it should have been implemented throughout my high school career because the information was so vital. Last week I attended Project Credit Smart at Pine Manor College. They had a seminar there, and I learned much more, which was very helpful. This is a good program for college students to realize the problems that can come with credit card. I fell behind on some of my credit card payments, and when you fall behind, they add additional charges. It's like I'm playing this catch-up kind of game. I get a check of $500 a week, but the reality is I'm not giving them $500. One of my credit cards sent me to the debt collector, and the thing is he calls me. But he calls me like he's my friend. It's so hilarious. I don't want to hang up on him, but I don't want to speak to him either. I just ask him for more time. Right now, I'm working one job as a hostess. I'm a resident assistant on campus. I get two checks out of the year as an RA, and I'm going to use that money to pay my debt. I don't have a lot of time because I'm also taking 4 classes and internship 2 days out of the week, and the restaurants on the weekends. But I'm going to do everything in my power to pay them off by the time I graduate. This immature debt is like a burden, and I want to be able to breathe again.